Good morning, everybody. How are you guys doing today? By the way, if there's like creepy Ninja Turtles and dolls behind me, that's because my kids left them there. Anyway, how are you guys doing this morning? It is a beautiful gray day here in Michigan. We had like a crazy thunderstorm yesterday. We definitely don't get exciting weather like that in Vegas, so that was pretty cool. I wanted to just hop on here real quick and talk about what we're working on. I don't want to give like all the details right now, but I'm going to give a lot of details right now. We are going to be launching this at our event called The View from the Edge with Marcusetta, and that's going to be a phenomenal event. So if you're not going, you should definitely go. We have a couple tickets left, but it's just about sold out. It's going to be so amazing. I've never been, but I'm really excited to finally get to go see it. And I'm bringing my kids so that they can get trained up. They don't listen as much to me. They'll listen to Mark though. So I'm going to bring them over there so they can learn how to do this business. But we are launching something that is literally insane. Like, it's almost like, it's just hard to believe, honestly. And everybody we tell to, it's just like too good to be true. But at this point, we've tested it long enough, and we know that what we're sitting on is really like a gold mine. And of course we could have just kept it to ourselves, but we don't want to do that. We want to share it with the world. So we're really excited to bring this to the world and just kind of share a little bit about what it is, right? All right, so basically here's kind of how this all kind of went down. I'll just kind of go from there. So Josh and I signed up for Akashics ourselves. We wanted to learn how to trade. As you know, MLM is difficult sometimes. It's up and down. It's sales. It's, customers following up. It's, dial for dollars, like, consistently. It's a tough business. Not gonna lie, it's a very tough business, and sometimes, it's amazing, and sometimes it absolutely sucks. So we're like, you know what? While we love our business, of course we love MLM. We love the industry. We love where it's headed. We also believe in diversifying your income, and not having all your eggs in one basket. We've gotten into real estate. We've gotten into other investment things before. We've been co-owners of a lot of different brands, actually, in and outside of network marketing. So we really wanted to see, like, if we could learn how to trade. Like, how easy is our own product to learn how to trade? So we went through the whole academy. We went through everything. We set up our accounts. We started trading, and it was really fun. However, it was really time consuming. And so if you have the time on your hands to like learn how to trade, Akashics is amazing for you to learn that skill. It will take a little bit of time. It's going to take trial and error. You're going to lose sometimes. You're going to win sometimes. And of course, the biggest part that we had to learn to master was our emotional management. So coming from Las Vegas, Josh and I literally met in a casino. We're like, bro, this is gambling. Like, this is gambling. This is poker, actually. So we are not a good fit for traders, for being traders. And I'm not saying we don't gamble, like, barely ever, but that's literally, once you lose, you're like, okay, if I make 3 more trades, then maybe I can win. And then it's just not good from there. Then you're just chasing it. So the human component of trading is difficult to master. Let's just put it that way. And so Josh had the idea. He's like, you know what if I can create something that will trade for me, that won't be emotional, that doesn't care if it's win or loss. It's only going on a strategy, a trained and proven strategy. And what if it could just adjust the settings based on market conditions? Like, how cool would that be? Like, what if we could automate trading in such a way that it's literally hands-free? Like, you just plug in and you put the right amount of money in there so the settings are correct and everything like that. And you let it roll. And so that's the mission that we have been on for the last, 8 or 9 months or so. And just trying to kind of figure that whole game out. Now, if you know anything about us, and especially Josh, I got to give him a lot of credit. I'm like always up his butt about it, but he figures it out. So we make a really great team. That's my part. I'm like, hey, did you do this yet? Did you do this yet? Can we do this now? This would be cool. Can we do this? And he's like, oh my God, I have a lot to figure out. But I know that, like, without a doubt, he always figures it out. And so his whole thing was, what if I could create a way to trade without actually being there, without having to stare at my phone, without having to have perfect timing, because a lot of trading, even if you get signals, you have to hit the button at the right time, and if you are a couple seconds late, you could blow your entire account. And so that's what makes it really risky, right? So we went on a mission to build this thing, and of course, even if you build all the tech, if you don't have the strategy to make it work, it doesn't work. And if you have the most amazing strategy, we have a lot of educators so talented, they have amazing strategies, but if you don't have the tech, then guess what? You're always going to be dependent on their signals, their strategy, and they are themselves dependent on themselves showing up every day to trade. So the residual income part of it isn't really there, with trading, because you have to show up, you have to make the trades, and then you're actually working every day, right? People like, glamorize, that's my new word, glamorize, trading, because they think you just sit on a beach, you make your trades, and you're done. Now, in a lot of cases, that could be the case. However, to get to that level, it does take a lot of effort. It takes a lot of dedication. You have to learn it in and out. So let me get back to what I was saying about this amazing thing that we figured out. So Josh wanted a mission to find the most foolproof strategy out there. So that's step one, right? He had to find the right strategy, and it had to work every single time, and it had to be time tested. Now, of course, I'm not making any claims. When I say it works every time, I'm not saying it doesn't lose. It does make losses. But from what we have seen so far is it doesn't make losses that impact your profit. So let's just put it that way. No guarantees, no claims. It could change tomorrow. That's just what we've seen so far. Okay. So we had to find a strategy. We wanted one that was thoroughly tested, not just for like a couple months and like had a couple, months that were good. We wanted something that had been tested for years. So we found one that had been thoroughly tested for the last 7 years. That's a long time to test a strategy. The ins, the outs, the lot sizes, the amount in the account balance, the and the frequency. So that was the other thing. We wanted a couple of strategies. So we wanted one that was more conservative, that takes slower trades, and then we wanted one that's high frequency, that takes a lot of trades, every single day. And so when we first got started, we were like, man, this thing wins all the time, but it doesn't trade that much. So like people can be waiting for like a long time to see it finally trade. So we created a high frequency trading bot with the same strategy, but it's in microseconds instead of minutes and things like that. So it goes much faster. So like 4 a.m. in the morning, Josh gets an alert, and I'm like, that'd be cool if we could alert everyone when it starts trading. He's like, yeah, I could do that. 4 a.m., he's like, my bot's trading. And then sometimes around like 6 or 7 p.m., he's like, my bot's trading. And it's like a joke in the family now, because even the kids are like, Josh, is your bot trading? Like everyone's asking about this. It's hilarious. But anyway, so now we have a high frequency trader. Now we have a conservative trader. Now things are looking pretty good. Now we have to build the tech. Well, thankfully we have a tech company, so that wasn't too difficult. So we put our tech team to work to get it all coded. And so here's where we're at now. Now, a lot of people, I have a huge following, I feel like, in the U.S. And for the U.S. folks, I'm sorry, this is not going to be an automatic a product for people in the U.S. right now. Now, we're looking at ways around making that happen, of course. But the government is really, you know how I feel about the government here. They're great. They protect us a lot. They're protecting us from ourselves at this point. So we have to figure out how to do that. And I know there's other companies that have done it. Most of those companies go out of business, and most of those companies do illegal stuff. We're not going to do illegal stuff, and we're not going to go out of business. So we have to do things differently than what other companies are doing. All right? So there's that. But this is going to be massive for international markets. I'm talking everywhere outside of the United States, 200 something countries, okay? Canada, the UK, the EU, all of the EU, Africa, Asia, everywhere, like Italy, like everywhere you can think of, this can be available, just not in the US. So for my US friends, you guys got to go through the academy, you got to learn it, you got to master your emotions, you got to do all that for now until we figure out our workaround, okay? So if you are at the View, if you are at this event, this is a massive event, you'd be crazy to miss it. Even if you're not in our company, you should still come to this event, because it's Mark Aceta's event, really. We're sponsoring it, of course, he's our guy, but it's for all network marketing. It's not just, it's not an MDC event, you know. Of course, we're making some announcements, we're making some company announcements and things like that. However, the main part of the event is not us, right? It's going to be Mark and it's all his trading. However, at this event, we're going to be launching something that's going to be just mind-blowing. I feel like not only for this industry, yes, we're launching within this industry, but what you're going to see is a lot of people outside of our industry are going to be flooding in for this particular product. Now, I'm going to try to be as compliant as possible, but if you can sell making money doing nothing, like that's pretty strong pitch. I mean, I feel like I don't know if it gets any easier than that, to be honest. And yeah, I mean, it's trading, of course there's risk involved and all that. However, but that's exactly, like, that's what's happening right now. So let me just give you a little glimpse of how it's been for me for the last 6 weeks. I put $20,000 in, and then a couple of days later I took out another $10,000 out of a different broker account I put that in there. So I had $30,000 in my balance to begin with. This was, I guess, at the beginning of May of this year. And because Josh is like talking about, oh, my bot's trading, oh, I made this money. I'm like, bro, put me in there too. Like, I have some money, put mine in there. Me being the independent woman that I am, it's funny, Mark's wife's like, hey, set my bot up too. I'm like, yeah, all the women, all the wives, y'all need to get in on this for sure. So I got my money in there, and within about 6 weeks, I'm not great at math, so I'm just going to tell you what Josh told me. So for real, he said that the bots made over 20% in that amount of time. So I put in 30 grand roughly, and I made almost 7 grand. So whoever can do the math on that, congratulations. That's what the percentage is. That's a lot. Like, that's actually kind of crazy to think about. And again, no guarantees, just sharing my personal experience right now. Now, there are people that only put in like 5 grand, right? They made 1,000. There are only people that put in $2,500. They make $500 their first month. Like, so for people, first of all, if you come at me and you're like, 2,500 is too much, don't talk to me. Please get out of my inbox. Because listen, if it costs you $2,500 to buy your dream home, you would freaking figure out how to get $2,500. You would, because that's the minimum balance, right? So what I'm saying is, if you know what's good for you, you'll figure out how to get that $2,500. Because if you know your money can just make you money, hands free, recruiting free, that's pretty substantial, right? And so the costs involved are this. We could charge a lot of money for this. And that, actually, originally, we were only going to take people that had $25,000 or more. We're like, do we want to deal with the world? Maybe not. Maybe we just want to deal with some people that can put enough money in there that they'll get really big results. And then we're like, you know what? This would be really hot if we put this in Akashics. And thankful to Matty Pips, you know, for that suggestion. He's like, you know what? We need this in MDC. Let's figure out a way to put it in MDC. So that's where we're at now. So Akashics costs either $99 a month or $199 a month. All right. So $99 a month, you get the basics, you get the academy. You can go through that whole deal, learn how to trade, be successful, all that great stuff. It's an amazing product. However, it doesn't have a lot of the live sessions. So if you want to follow the traders and see how they're trading and learn from them one-on-one, then you're going to spend $199 a month. That's when that kicks in. Now, we could have been greedy. We could have said, now let's charge $499. Other companies are charging $400 easy for this type of product, and they don't have one that's like ours. Let me just put it that way. We are going to just include it for free into the $199 membership. So if you already have your Akashics membership for $199, you're going to get the bot for free. If you don't have a membership yet, then those are your costs associated. But let's check it out. Let's do the math. I mean, I'm not going to do the math, y'all know, but I'm going to just give you some numbers. If you put $2,500 in your account balance. Now, here's the other thing I like about this before I get onto that math question problem. You can use any broker you want, so long as they support the settings that we need. We will not recommend a broker. That's illegal to do so. And the cool thing is we are not using a PAM account. So we are not managing anybody's money. We're not, like, that $2,500 does not go to us. It goes into your broker account that you set up yourself. So let me just be very clear about that, okay? You put the money in, you manage it, you withdraw it when you want. You're in control of your money the whole time. We're not managing money. We're not trading for you. All we're doing, we are just licensing our technology to you. So you're signing up for Akashics. You're going to get access to the technology that we've created. Does that make sense? All right. So that's actually a really big selling point, because some of these other Yahoo companies out here trying to take everybody's money. I'm not going to name names. They all put their money together, and then they have some mystery weird dude like trading in the back, in the basement. No, that's not the operation we're running here. And it's not based on a person. It's based on technology, and it's based on an algorithm, a studied and time-tested algorithm. All right, so if you put in $2,500 in your brokerage account to trade with as the minimum account balance, you can do more than that, of course. You're making between 10 to 40% a month on your money. No guarantees, just an estimate what we're shooting for here. So let's say you make $500 in that month profit. Well, your Akashics membership costs $200, so you're left with $300. $300 on your $2,500. So now you have $2,800 in your account. Okay? And then as it keeps winning and compounding, obviously that's going to turn into pretty substantial amount of income in a short amount of time. We have people that have been putting money in for a long time. They put in a very small amount balance, but they've been in for a long time, and they're making like hundreds of thousands of dollars now. And so I'm just gonna leave it at that. So for anybody that's like, oh, $2,500, how am I gonna figure out how to make 25? Okay, you could recruit people first, right? You could just go tell all your friends and family about it, whatever, first, and then you can get yours connected after the fact. But if you put in $2,500 and you come out ahead, how do you not have money for that? You have to figure that out, right? You got to make that a priority, because this could literally be the biggest game changer in your entire life, right? This have been a huge game changer for us. We got a bad day in business. We're like, yeah, but our bot just made 10 grand. Like, that's amazing. Like, who wants to be able to mitigate, some of the risk involved with being an entrepreneur? Like, this is incredible. And it's taken us this long, 10 years almost in this business to get to this point. And we're thinking like we have the weirdest thoughts now. We're like, you mean like we do all this work and this thing's just automatically making money over here? Like, this is so crazy. Like, we had to put in the work to get to this point, but it's just been really trippy. And I'm thinking about it every step of the way. I got a facial the other day, and I was like, it costs less than my bot made today. Like, this is freaking crazy. Like, I'm just getting stuff for free. Like, I don't know, y'all, I can't even explain, but this is something that's going to change the entire world. I think it's going to go very viral very fast, and as time goes on and people start seeing their wins, I think it's gonna break the internet for sure. So I just want to be clear on some things. You do not have to be an affiliate of My Daily Choice to use this product. You can just be a customer. So if you're in another company right now, stay in your company, go do your thing, rock it out. You're selling makeup, go sell your makeup. You're selling shakes, go do your thing. Just be a customer over here. Like, that's totally fine too. Now, you can sell it if you want to, but if you're just a customer, you get access to this. You can put your money in and let it ride. So I just wanted to say that. So the second thing I want to say is, if you are an affiliate of My Daily Choice right now, share this video with your friends, your family, with anybody that you love and would like to help take care of. I told my parents, I'm like, do you guys want to put your money in this magical bot and make money for nothing? And they're like, what? Like, they don't even believe me. Our financial advisor's finally starting to like come around and be like, holy crap, like, this is nuts. Share this video. They may not believe you, and that's okay, but share this video anyway. I'm not gonna put my link in this. I want you guys to put your link in the when you share it, so that people can join with you. So if you're an affiliate with My Daily Choice, get with the person, if you're not an affiliate, get with the person that shared this video with you and sign up today. So if you get your Akashics membership right now, when we drop this at the end of the month, you will already have it included, and all you have to do is log into your Akashics back office. It's like a different back office, y'all. It's like its own thing. Then you will automatically have it, and you just have to set it up in the back office. It's super simple to do. Now, if you're at the View, you should be at the View. Come see us, come say hi, and we will help teach you guys how to get everything set up so that you guys can get your way into profit soon. So thank you guys for hopping on, and I will see you on my next video. Bye, guys.